Ace of Cups again, which is exactly where we got the Ace of Cups last time, and the Thought card, which I can't remember which one that is. And then we've also got the Seven of Cups, which we also had out in the last deck too. Seven of Cups came out separately to the Ace of Cups, and I've just put it above that Ace of Cups. And if you recall from the last Seven of Cups card, it was like all of those cups with different options in them. And so for me to put the Seven of Cups above the Ace of Cups card here, it's like we're distilling all of those options, all of that confusion down into a very clear heart-led path. And I guess the King of Cups is the ultimate expression of that energy. Let's have a look. Oh, we've had this card before, but I can't remember what the Thought card was. We've got the Scribe at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups, the heart of the earth. There's something here about a 2 weeks ago reading where I was talking about the light, the heart, the Gaia's heart, and the light at the center of the earth. It's like channeling these Seven of Cups energies down into the heart of the earth. So I just noticed, given that we had that Horus card, which was the third eye, the Eye of Horus, she's got her third eye just there. Okay, let's Seven of Water we're going to look at first. Surrender to the flow of life. Surrender card. Weight of the world. Surrendering to the weight of the world. Letting go of the need to control what is happening in the world. Surrendering and trusting that everything that is happening is part of our journey, the soul plan, what we signed up for, that it's all getting us to this point. Getting a lot of spirit chills on that. I'm just going to have a look at the Ace of Cups, Ace of Water. Open your heart. An exciting beginning, taking a leap of faith, opening your heart, which is all part of surrendering. So again, I'm tapping into Gaia's energy here, but I do think there is a message here for some of you of surrendering to what's happening within love for you right now, maybe a new connection, and releasing any fear you might have, surrendering to what will be. Trust that it will take you where you need to be. The Thought card here, it is speaking to, the influence of our thoughts on our reality. And also the 7 universal laws. So if that is resonating with you, you should go look those up and see how they influence your perception of reality. I'm going to clarify some of these cards because these feel like individual messages. I'm really struggling to see how they relate to Gaia's energy. We clarify the Ace of Cups here, please, Spirit, as it relates to Gaia's energy. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Thank you. Four of Swords, which is healing. Thread. I got the thread before for something too. Maybe it was a soul plan. I don't feel like it was. My ears are really ringing right now. We've got the Lovers again at the bottom of the deck. Anything else on the Ace of Cups? Reason why the Ace of Cups is here for Gaia's energy. Queen of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. The message I'm getting, gosh, my ears are really ringing. The message that I'm getting is whilst we've been healing, she's been healing, and she's really ready to step into her fiery power. And again, like surrendering to the fact that this is all happening for a reason. We got the 10 of Pentacles last time over in this end energy. This, we need to surrender. I think it's giving us insight into the shifts that are happening in our lives, but also in the earth herself, are part of pushing us along this path. And we need to understand the universal principles that are at play there, that we can't have these shifts without her also undergoing her shifts, and us similarly in our own lives undergoing our own shifts. Is there anything else you want to say around that, Spirit? Anything else that you want to say around that? Justice. She's balancing things out. We had the Devil before, and I got the sense, again, we had the Devil last time over here. that we're stepping into our power. She's also stepping into our power. She's helping us balance things out, bring about peace. We've also got temperance for balance too. Bring about peace, bring about karmic balance at the world level. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I just split to death and rebirth too. I'm just going to move on to, I don't think I want to spend too much longer on this actually. I'm just going to move on to the disruption card over here because I do feel like that had to do with Gaia's energy. Oh my gosh. So many. Union card. 5 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles, I think. Sorry, Spirit, that was just too many. Can we just have 1 or 2 cards on this disruption energy over here? I'm also getting something around the telepathic gifts, and this might be why my ears are ringing. Our telepathic gifts also mean that we can tap into Earth and her energy right now. And I feel like that might be helpful for us to do, to understand what is happening energetically before it happens physically. What is this disruption energy, Spirit, please? What do you want us to know around this disruption energy? Disrupting the cards today. The Mother at the bottom. That card again we had a few weeks ago. Oh, it's not working very well. Wisdom, which looks like the Hermit card, and the Maiden. 2. Mother, having faith, Mother Faith. Oh, look, there's another turtle. Remember that turtle was significant the other week around, our self-protection, and Ace of Swords. But here, the Mother's talking about, to me, this is talking about Earth herself. The disruption is of the Earth herself. It's bringing in wisdom. It's bringing in... Maiden is a number 2 card, which in traditional tarot speaks to High Priestess, which again is that divinity, that divine wisdom. Okay, let's read those cards. I'm getting with this message, with this card, the Wisdom card. I mean, I think there's a piece here that relates to the telepathy and connection to universal oneness. High Priestess card, Wisdom card being Hermit card. But I'm also with the Wisdom card getting like this sense of a disruption that causes us to shine the light in the darkness and see what's really there. Almost as if something brings brings the world to a stop. A lot of spirituals. Something brings the world to a stop. And within that stillness, within that darkness, we can connect with our own intuition, our own light that will allow us to see what has always been there, available to us. I'm going to go to the pocket archetypes on this shortly. I'll just have a look here. Yeah, for that Wisdom card, it was like introspection, knowledge, self-awareness, awareness coming online. I feel like there's more there sometimes. There it is. Oh, I said I was going to go. I just remembered. I said I was going to go to pocket archetypes deck. Okay, I think this might be one of the last cards we pull. I just want to dive a little bit deeper and see if we can understand what this disruption actually is as it relates to the Earth herself. Like we keep getting messages around around how it's impacting us, which wasn't really the intention of the energy that I dived into it for. But anyway, I did say that might be how it comes through. What is this disruption, Spirit, as it relates to the earth herself? Thank you. What is this disruption, please? How might we see this disruption? The king just flipped over, but I put it back in. Too many, Spirit. Thank you. How might we see this disruption? I did just have the crone come out too, which means we've had the mother, the maiden, and the crone. So this evolution of us and the mother again. The underworld, the starborn, gnosis. Can I just have 1 or 2 cards, please, around this disruption? 1 or 2 cards. Thank you, Spirit. 3 more shuffles. Okay. Fault line. Fault line and the desert. I'm going to have a look at the desert in the book. The fault line, I feel like, is a bit self-explanatory. Did I want to go here? The desert leaves us disorientated, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing that someday you will reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truth resides in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, the coyotes' call surround you. Let the winds, the sands work their deep magic, weary traveller. I don't know that this is going to happen this week. Remember that we've got energy building up to this point that ultimately will be a turning point for us collectively of bringing new gifts online. And with the wisdom card and now this desert card, I'm really getting this strong feeling that the event that occurs, and it may well be related to something like this, the event that occurs will force us into a new way. To sitting in the discomfort of not having access to everything that we're used to. And if we can surrender to that and sit in that, there is a lot available for us to tap into. That is actually the reason that it's happening, rather than faltering and being scared of what is taking place. It is transforming the darkness, and it may well be literal darkness, to light, the opportunity. And I think there's a piece here of remembering that we're not alone in this, that 1, we can support each other, but 2, we have support around us in the spirit realms, big time, supporting us through this transformation that we are undergoing. It's interesting, this gratitude card, I've just noticed the candle on it. It wouldn't surprise me, and I don't know if I've said this in a reading before, if something happens that does cause darkness, and that might be earthquake events, volcanic events, releasing stuff into the atmosphere that basically blocks out a fair bit of the sun. It also may be an event possibly related to the sun. Maybe I'll try and pull a card on that takes out power grids, like has been happening lately. But there is an opportunity there for us to find our light. Is there anything else there, Spirit, that you want us to know from this deck? That's fun. What card is that? The stone. The empty room. I feel like we're starting fresh. I'll just see what the stone has to say, and then I think we will wrap up. Anchor. The eternal, the anchor, the rock. Remember how we had the anchor on that grounded card? And I was like that because the anchors come up for me just yesterday, actually, in a different way. it stuck out to me. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Weight again. The weight of the world. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. I actually feel there's a bit here. To me, actually, it's the first part of that. The permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly. So there's like the weight piece there of physical weight, but also waiting because these changes are happening slowly. But I also feel like within that permanence, concreteness, and reliability, that actually we're going to feel like we've lost that through whatever this event is. Like things that felt certain to us, permanent to us, reliable to us, aren't going to be, and that we need to stay grounded in that, because that could be an extremely ungrounding, dysregulating situation. I'm just going to go back to the Priestess of Light deck. I just want to close out with a message for everybody that stayed to this point, something positive. Message for everybody. Thank you, Spirit, just to round out this message. Message for everybody just to round out this message. Thank you. 3 more shuffles. 1, 3 cards. 2, 3. Boundaries again. Boundaries are a big theme today. That also says threshold, protection, honor. We've got shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, vision, quest, twin flames, soul partner, eternal connection. This is the union piece, masculine and feminine energy piece, and sacred breath and sound, life force, communication. I feel like in ways this energy that we're navigating through, right through to this disruption event, again, possibly on the individual and collective earth-based levels, is in its own way a shamanic journey. Like it is bringing about our alignment with what our purpose and attuning us to where we need to be right now in this life. And part of that is this divine masculine, divine feminine union piece, possibly both within and without ourselves. And it is absolutely opening up new connections with life force energy and new ways of communicating with the universe, actually. Okay, that's us for the week. That was a very big one, again. But thank you for those of you that have stuck around through the end. I do hope this message serves, and wishing you all the best. In the week ahead, please take time to sit with your own energies, to lean into this transformation of your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, and maybe to start to really open up to some of these gifts that you might be feeling come through. All right. Goodbye, everyone.